Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know all my struggles. You know.
All right, so I got to ask you, man, growing up, who were some of your favorite players?
Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite for sure. I remember doing his swing in elementary school in the hallways every day. Loved watching Randy Johnson pitch too. And then later, like Cliff Lee, Mark Burley, David Price were kind of my guys I'd watch all the time pitching.
Well, speaking of swing, I did a little research. You hit a home run off a Cy Young winner. Can you talk about that home run versus Corey Kluber?
Well, let me preface it by saying a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. And I found one, it was the first pitch of the inning, which you're really not supposed to swing at as a pitcher. Just kind of clipped it right, and it went, out to dead center, and we ended up winning the game by 1 run. So it was a big run in the game. So that was crazy.
So I got a question to ask you, man. So I do this thing called Mt Rushmore. Since you're a pitcher, I'm gonna make this a little difficult for you. You got to put 3 starters and 1 reliever on your Mt Rushmore for pitchers.
Okay.
Who would you put on your Mt Rushmore?
Mariano Rivera is the reliever. I would say the 3 starters. I would go Bob Gibson, Nolan Ryan, and I want to get someone from our generation, maybe like a Clayton Kershaw. I don't know.
I like that. MLB the Show, the video game.
Yep.
The first time you saw yourself on a video game, what did you think?
I thought it was really cool. I'd always thought as a kid, like how cool it would be to play yourself in a video game, and sure enough, they got it, and they got the graphics so good now that it feels like you're actually watching a real baseball game. So that's been amazing to play and see that.
Cool, 2 more questions. So I do this thing called walk-up music, right? I know you see the relievers around the league doing their walk-up thing where they got their own themes and everything.
Yeah.
But let's say there's a song named after you. You can pick any artist, dead or alive, to do your song. Who does your song?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, wow.
Big Ed Sheeran guy.
Yeah, I like that. He can do it live, too. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he could get a little beat in there. He does a lot of good stuff, so that's my guy.
I like that. WBC, to see not only your teammate be a part of that, but to see how it ended with Trout and Ohtani.
Yeah.
I mean, that was huge for baseball, almost like a movie.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about that as a player and a fan?
I was locked in the whole time. I thought it was an amazing tournament, amazing energy. You could just feel the energy pulsating through the TV with the crowds, and great matchups going on over here, and then some great matchups in the Asian side too. They have a 3-2 count, Trout versus Ohtani to end the game. You can't script it, like you said. You can't script it better than that. So that was amazing.
I like that. Last question. What would you say is your I'm here major league moment? If you had maybe your first game, or was it a particular batter that you faced?
That's a good question. Maybe as a starting wise, when I was starting back in the day, I had a kind of a spot start against the Baltimore Orioles. They had a really good lineup, and I was able to go six innings, 1 unearned run, and a bunch of strikeouts. And that was kind of like, hey, I belong here. I can get guys out multiple times through the order. So that was, I think, July of 17, and that was just really fun, good memory.
Well, Brent, I appreciate your time, man.
Thank
you so much, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.